압축 근육이라고 아냐? 압축 근육? 연습돼 있는 거야 이거. 캡틴 코리안데.
Have you guys heard of compressed brain cells? Because I'm actually very clever and good at English. It's just I have to decompress first. Hello humanoids, my name is Comedian, but enough about my problems. We're not here for that, we're here for BTS reaction fun. This is going to be fun because it's Patreon for Thursdays, ta-da! I don't have a logo for that yet, because I'm lazy, but it's the day when my patrons make me react to something that they want to see. And if you want to make me react to something that you want to see for money, then go to the link in my description. It's very, very affordable and friendly. And you get to see Run BTS and Bon Voyage 2, of course. And this week, my patrons wanted to see the video Yoongi bullshitting his way through life. So thank you to Disha for recommending this and everyone who voted on this. If you're excited to see this reaction, make sure you have clicked the subscribe button. That really helps my channel out and it helps me feel like a nice, clever big boy. Oh, yes. Successful big boy. So yeah, that's all very weird and cool. Let's go. Oh, my ears just exploded. This seems quite loud. I'm going to turn this down a bit. Maybe one of those crack videos where the audio levels aren't very even, but we'll see.
그런 식으로 생각할 필요가 있을까? 아이언맨 날아가고 있어요.
Wow, I mean, we can't factually prove him wrong. When you've put your own watermark over your own logo intro, your own title, that's this is a good-looking title card otherwise.
이게 텍사스 전통 음식 두부인데 말린 두부를 이렇게 원판으로 만들어서 이렇게 잘라서 먹는 텍사스 전통 음식. 한국으로 따지면 두부 같은 거죠. 콩을 발효시켜서.
He saved it. He saved it. If any of their handlers are watching, their dieters, their trainers, they're going to be like, well, he said that's a big slab of tofu. Thank goodness he's sticking to that meal plan I made for him. I said, when you go to Texas, make sure you eat 1 frisbee of tofu there. It's a common Texas measurement. They'll know what you're asking for. Yeah, I'm not actually sure if that's true. I have a feeling if you asked for any amount of tofu in Texas, you might get shot, but what do I know? That's handy.
할까요? 할까? 야, 너 우리 살아야 돼. 청과 뭐 있냐? 나 여기 바닥. 이거밖에. 야, 닌 찾은 거 없냐? 야, 민용이 하나도 못 찾아놓고 나랑 합세. 이런 식으로 하지 맙시다 진짜. 자, 진영이 통과를.
Oh my god, this vaguely reminds me of, you know, when you see like somebody share something interesting, often on a tweet or whatever, and it's a screenshot of their phone, but for some reason they have a font on there that is just abominable. Like, you just wonder, like, what went wrong? Who hurt you? What happened in your life where you're using that specific font on your phone? This is what this video is like. Like, I don't know if I can follow this because this font just makes me want to give up on existing. I think Suga is cheating or faking them out and saying he has nothing when he has something. I don't know.
안 돼, 야, 그럼 안 돼. 아까 시작하기 전에 이미 컨닝을 하면 더.
If they said it, that's basically permission to cheat then, isn't it?
그러니까요, 주의하라고 했잖아. 아니 근데 진짜 반칙한 사람들 이거는 청산해야 됩니다.
Man, if Suga ends up cheating after this, I'll be gutted.
이거 방탄소년단이야. 진짜 반칙을 해도 못 이긴다니까 저 형은. 완벽한 패배예요. 좀비는 없.
Oh, I think unless they did a round 2 of this is the Run BTS I watched recently, where they go and do like a weird zombie escape room kind of. And look at this guy's face. My goodness. I mean, that's how I'd be looking at Suga's earlobes if I was behind him, because I bet he's got some angelic earlobes. But regardless, I think that's this episode. And if you want to see me react to it, links in my description, patreon.com.
저는 이제 좀비가 있으면 저도 이제
I wanted to beat up some zombies.
여러분들 뭐 보시면 아시겠지만
호병도 살렸네, 형이.
거의 땡을.
This might be a round 2, maybe. I don't know.
휴가는 나 땡한 적 없는데.
했어, 여러분.
Or I'm just giving away that I didn't pay attention.
사기친다. 아니 내가 휴가한테 땡 당한 적이 없거든요.
카메라 돌려보세요.
형이 너 둘쳐갖고 뛴 거 기억 안 나냐? 형이 너 둘쳐갖고 뛴 거 기억 안 나냐? 너 없어져가지고. 너 아이 기억 안 나? 대박이다. 기억이 없겠죠. 그런 일은 없었으니까. 갑시다.
I like Suga. I've always suspected we're kind of similar, and I think this is confirmation because I like BSing sometimes, you know? Not like compulsive lying, because I'll instantly be like, I was kidding, obviously, ha 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 ha, but it's still fun to just, you know, mess with people's brains. We wield our strength like the hammer of Thor. Is that how it works? To be fair, I actually think that is how it works, because I feel like there's a thing where if you're like, you know, if you do weights or whatever, let's say you've been doing weights for like a few months, and you'll be like, yes, look at me. And then you'll stop doing whatever happens. A new TV show comes out. You start eating cake for a year, whatever. You just stop working out for a bit. And you'll look in the mirror and be like, I have become the thinnest person in the entire world. And then you can work out just one more time. And the next day you look in the mirror and be like, haha, yes, I have become Superman, the biggest man in the whole world. Like, I get it. I'd be that person being like, yeah, I worked out yesterday. Massive muscles over here.
아까 시민이잖아요. 죽이세요. 나 들어봐. 내가 왜 그랬냐면 나 딱 일어나자마자 내가 형한테 피하네. 그러니까 이거 되게 이러더니만 이번에 나 찍고 나니까 나 의사야. 내가 줄 거야. 예?
It's just the one time where I've been with the BTS members being like, what on earth are they talking about? Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes I'm just the weird one out. What if this is like a really intense undercover moment they just let slip through their fingers? Like, what if he actually was being like, guys, no, seriously, please, Mr. Big's moving in. I've got 2 days. I've got 2 days left. His undercover sting operation isn't working out. Okay, Mr. Big said go undercover with a boy band. You know, that's where the real money is. He's like, hey, Louis, stop wasting time with these hits. The day of my daughter's wedding. She wants to see BTS. That's where the real money is. BTS. Not my daughter's wedding. I don't know what I'm talking about. The accent was like a goldfish having an aneurysm. Ignore me. How could they be divided on that? All BTS do is play rock, paper, scissors. I'm pretty sure if they released albums like they played rock, paper, scissors, I would have reaction material for every second of existence, basically.
남의 팀에서 말이 많아. 중상모략이 난무하고 있습니다. 약간 세계 다니면서 제일 좋아하는 음식 하나씩 있나요?
영양학적으로 햄버거가 제일 많지 않을까? 탄수화물.
Yeah, it's the whole food pyramid.
Okay, so
You could even squish a burger up to make a pyramid.
커졌어? 순식간에 하루 만에 이만큼이 커져?
늘어난 거지.
뭐 했다고?
형이 잘라서 그런 거 아니에요?
6일 잘랐다고?
네.
여기 허리가 늘어나?
So basically, he's a massive troll. I like it. I respect it.
나 문과였어. 나 사실.
이거 뿌리는 건 지금 뭔가요?
프로폴리스요.
프로폴리스요? 프로폴리스는 어떤 효과가 있죠?
Police. The police, am I right? You guys know what it's about. You know, actually, when I'm driving around and I see a police car, I'm always like, check this out. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. It's not easy. It's not easy being a gangster. It's not easy. Wow, I was saying that as a joke, and that's what he's going with.
주면 안 돼. 땡큐. 1유로 좀 따야.
I just knew they were in Europe. I didn't say it earlier, but I was like, look at that. That's a European wall if I've ever seen one in my life before. Is he making him carry his stuff?
와, 더 지만한 것 같은데. 갑자기 확 무거워진 기분인데.
You have to be careful with this because it starts out as joking and trolling, but before you know it, your friends you've known for 10 years don't want to hang around you. They all believe in, you know, they're terrified of shoes. The sun makes them yelp. You know, if you tell people nonsense too much of your life, it has consequences.
압축 근육이라고 아냐? 압축 근육. 30대 있는 거야 이거. 캡틴 코리안.
Oh, that's what I've got. Compressed muscles. Have you guys heard of compressed brain cells? Because I'm actually very clever and good at English. It's just I have to decompress first with some beer.
정국이랑 그거 했었던 거.
정국이한테 지금 힌트가 다 올려있는데 내가 줬거든. 근데 그게 아까 내가 몽타주 찾다가 M이라고 적혀있는 몽타주 하나 찾았어. 근데 찢어져 있는 M 은행이랑 지갑을 찾았는데 거기에 파란 마을에서 온 신분증이 있었어요. 그게 은행장이었어요.
그리고 MC 스마일.
영수증. 은행장 신분증.
MC 스마일.
지갑을 있었다니까.
몽타의 제약수를 찾아가거든요. 근데 가서 여기서 내가 이걸 발견했어. M이 마켓 아니에요? 은행 M.
다른 몽타 중에 없던데.
This is hard for me to believe and to wrap my head around because like I feel like Suga's dastardly troll persona must have developed later in life because this seems to clearly be Run BTS, I'm guessing. Maybe in the Super the Push, probably Run BTS. But in the episodes I've been watching, you know, the earlier episodes, he doesn't do this really. Not like this, not to this extent. Like this is madness, quite really. I'm actually a bit lost for words. It's sad, you know. It's like what happened to you, Suga? Who hurt you? It's like he's gone over to the dark side. You can always tell when someone's gone over to the dark side because they always bleach blonde their hair. It's like a dead giveaway. It's like, oh yes, this blonde hair will make up for my dark soul.
저기
앉으세요.
It's just straight littering. Straight up littering. What is this Run BTS game? Make the earth cry?
잠깐만, 이건 고유명사니까 되죠?
I was squinting at that as if they were going to be writing that in English, and I was like, that doesn't. Oh right, that's not English.
아니 이건 고유명사잖아요.
왜요? 슈가는 설탕이라는.
아니에요, 저 알 없어요. 네? 저 알이 없어요. 고유명사. 뭔지 내가 도와줄게.
안 도와줄 거야. 안 도와줄.
형 반띵하자고.
야, 너 난 거 다 알아 뻔히.
형한테 몰빵 들어가고 반봤다.
선물이 뭔데? 문화상품권. 문화상품권이라고. 그럼 네가 나한테 다 붙이고 그래. 빵 따라줘. 형 가망이 없어요. 형 그래 나도 그래 봐요. 형.
It really feels like I'm watching a man get corrupted in front of my very eyes. Like whatever the opposite of a redemption arc is, a big poo-poo arc. This is bad, Suga. I mean, I fully support it and empathize with it, but
야, 그 정도는 나도 가득해.
가능해 지금. 형 다 붙일게. 아니 네가 나한테 붙여야지. 그러니까 다 붙이라니까. 네가 나한테.
why is so much of Run BTS now whispering? Apparently, do they just have like very fragile mics?
내가 맞아야지 임마.
형 누군데요?
나는 일단 넌 아니야.
아니 형 나도 알려줄 의미가 없지.
네가 내가 아니면 그럼 소용이 없는 거잖아.
If you don't have me, you've got nothing.
윤기야.
왜 이러실까?
Rumbled.
해 윤기야.
왜 이러실까?
아니 나 형 아니에요 그 말.
나도 일단 너 아니야.
왜
그럼
이러실까?
가지 너 절로 가, 나 일로 갈게.
왜 이러실까?
아이, 우리 섭섭하게 그러지 말자.
왜 이러실까? 그거 만지지 마요. 만지면 반칙이에요 그거. 그래? 응.
전혀 몰랐는데? 형 빨리 절로 가.
그러니까 아니 형 나는
아, 윤기야 지금 카메라도 꺼졌는데.
솔직히 나 태형이에요.
너 태용이라고?
빨리 이야기해 빨리. 형 누군데?
저리 가.
형 누군데요 빨리?
I have no idea what's going on.
네?
All I know is that I feel very much for Jin in this situation. He is just kind of like, somebody take this man away from me.
답답하다 형.
야,
형,
야, 근데
형,
너,
우리
야,
동맹해야 돼요 지금.
야, 윤기야.
How can you form an alliance with a slippery snake? You know?
있어요 지금.
It's like trying to form an alliance with a
누군데 빨리.
pair of rusty scissors that's embedded in the ground when you're a foot.
아 진짜.
김태용은 나한테 지가 태용이래.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm terrible at I mean, I love winding people up, but I'm not very good at poker face or like pretending. I'm not very good at acting, I guess. Depressingly. So yeah, like if I'm ever playing a game where you have to try and pretend something, I'm always in that situation where I'm being like, you know, what do you want? You want the ace of hearts? And they're like, I literally have the ace of hearts right now. And I'm just like, oh, right. Because I just can't. I think Suga says he has ADHD, and so that's the problem. Like when you have ADHD, you can't really keep track of stuff people have or reality. So it makes it very hard to try and, you know, pretend to be a confidence trickster, basically.
저 일단 정국이.
그래 정국이 기본으로 갖고 들어가. 아나 정국이 승률 그렇게 좋지가 않아 얘들아.
야, 정국이 생각보다 승률이 낮아.
그러니까. 그럼 우리가 다 그런 기대를 하면서 정국을 뽑았는데 항상 우리의 예상과 반대였다고.
아니야, 삶은 계란은 아무리 손으로 치워도 안 깨지는 거?
아니 맞네. 오른쪽에 놔주잖아요.
I've seen that clip before, and it doesn't really get old. I mean, what would they expect it? Like, what? You're just asking to have that happen to you. If you have such a poor understanding of physics that you will believe the statement, no matter how much hard you squeeze a boiled egg, it will not crack. I mean, what if that was true? Why would there be billion-dollar budget defense contracts when, you know, terrible corporations like Raytheon, whatever other evil name they have, and Raytheon already sounds like a Bond villain name, Killion, Mass Murder 9, like whatever corporations like that, they wouldn't be spending all this money making crazy R&D weapons. They just have boiled eggs, a boiled egg cannon, boiled egg shield. Like, if boiled egg is literally vibranium, then why would they bother making anything else?
오른쪽에 놔주잖아요.
아 예. 오른손잡이에요?
네, 오른손잡이.
다행이다. 나 왼손잡인데.
형 오른손잡이잖아.
아니.
It's one of those easy lies that just drop up too easily.
9개.
부족해요.
진짜요?
진짜요?
3개가 더 정답 좀 가르쳐주면 안 돼요? 7개요? 아 거짓말하고 딴 데 찾고 있어. 9개라면 3개가 어디 있지 이러면.
진짜 넌 윤경 말을 믿어?
Yeah, that's a rookie mistake at this point in your life. All right, now at this point, I'm like, where at what point does this become like compulsive lying? Like, this is just, and some of this stuff is funny, and some of it is just like, sugar mate, what are you doing?
버스 6시요. 6시에 박 대장님을 버스정류장에서 만났습니다.
박 대장님,
네.
6시에 뭐 하셨습니까, 버스?
파란 마을로 갔어요. 왜 갔냐? 지도를 잃어버려서 다시 구하려고 갔어요.
몇 시에 복귀하셨어요?
7시에 복귀했습니다. 하지 마세요.
Rumbled.
먹습니까? 일단 입천장까지요.
입천장이까지. 하지만 라면은 끓여 먹는 책.
That is true. Crunchy cereal can hurt.
끓여 먹습니다. 여러분, 저는 시리얼 끓여 먹습니다.
No one wants to believe that.
뭐 과자 먹을 때도 아예 물에 불려 드시죠?
그게 뭔가 들켰네.
세수하면서 먼저 껍데기를
Oh, when they were talking about that, I just imagined somebody adding water to their bag of crisps or chips, if you must, and
껍데기는 가라.
껍데기 의미한다 그거죠. 해문을 다시마는 곧 해문입니다.
여러분, 다시마의 어원을 아십니까? 다시는 다시 알겠습니까? 다시 더 심하고.
I don't get it. It's one of those BTS dad jokes that thankfully, like, I wish my dad would have been Korean as a kid, because he could have told me one of his dad jokes and I would have been like, sorry dad, no idea what you're saying, but I bet it was vile. I bet it was hateful.
캐릭터 인물 몇 명 나와요?
지금 3마리 나와요. 포롤이랑 너블이랑 보노보노 나오는데 대사 이해해 드릴까요?
I'm suspicious of Bonobo as a character.
보노보노가 이야기해. 때리지 않아. 그러면 또 그 밑에 세 번째 칸에서 또 포롤이가 때릴 거야 하면 때리지 않아. 그리고 그 밑에서 이제 때릴 거야 그러면 때리지 않는다니까.
It's just like Punch and Judy.
1권입니다.
그럼 그 바로 뒷장 스토리 얘기해
저?
한 장 넘겨서.
넘길 때 좀 천천히. 자 이렇게 네 컷으로 4줄이 있어요. 몇 번째 줄 보여주세요.
순서대로 보고
보노보노 아빠랑 보노보노 둘이 앉아가지고 이야기하는데 보노보노가 이렇게 머리
It's probably the best improv in the whole group.
하고 있으면 진동이 옆에 대사는 없고 진동이 느껴져서 재미있다.
I'm assuming they're reading like a kid's story. I don't know, but that's my assumption because some kids' stories are so asinine you pretty much could just write them down on the spot. Which makes me think, why isn't everyone like a children's author? But I guess you have to want to sit down and write something like Mr. Bonobo Goes to Washington or whatever.
그래서 재미있다 나옵니다.
7명이 동시에 책을 들고
야 이거 뭐
이거 그냥 한번 핑퐁 만든 거.
이거 어차피 막
재밌네.
엽서 드릴까요?
재밌네.
제 효과 하겠습니다.
자 동시에 들자고. 자, 하나 둘 셋. 셋.
수가 형이 갑자기 말이 많아지네.
수가 형
많아지네.
말이
저는 그게 똑같다고 생각했어요. 따다다다다 말을 하길래.
It's like, see, wow, that's impressive. He convinced someone to thinking he had a kid's book behind his thing. That's impressive. I mean, that last clip completely sells him as a bullshit merchant, a con merchant, con artist. I'm impressed, honestly. I mean, I'm kind of a little bit hurt deep down because I feel like he has had the opposite of redemption arc. He's become this malicious goblin, but I also respect it because I'm kind of like that too, although I don't know if that's a good thing. But I did improv for a few years. I love improv. I'm gonna start doing it again once this pandemic, goes away forever, hopefully. But yeah, that was like impressive. I know from BTS's slightly disastrous and fairly comical early attempts at improv in Run BTS, again, for full details, see my Patreon, that they're not very good at improv. But Suga might actually be the exception to that rule. Like, that was impressive stuff, just making up a whole kid story on the, like I said, it's not necessarily the content. You could make up the content, whatever. It's more like the confidence to pull it off. There was once a butterfly called Billy Bertie, and he flapped his way to town, and on the way there, his butterfly flaps upset all the local ants, and it shook their hands. Like, it's more about how you sell it than the content, because the content is kind of irrelevant. But yeah, that's another one of those crack videos where the clips were completely accurate, just relevant. Suga, I'm disappointed in you, let's just put it that way. But I hope you guys weren't disappointed in the video. Thank you so much for recommending that. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, please do make sure you go and click the subscribe button. It takes not any time at all, really, let's face it, compared to other stuff like eating or sleeping, boring, and it helps support my channel. And if you want to support my channel even more, the Patreon link is in the description, and I've got Run BTS and Bon Voyage reactions on there, like I said, and early access to all my videos. And if you just want to hang out with some cool people, I've got Discord in the description as well, social media, etc. But the coolest person here is you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. And remember, if you like this reaction to Yoongi's BS, then click the subscribe button. It's the best kind of PS.